Hi, it's Tom from Leicester Fan TV. What did you think of the game? Now it's my turn. Hi, Tom from Leicester Fan TV. Just doing my review of another defeat to Chelsea. Not shocked because I wasn't expecting us to get a win yesterday, but again, another tough one to take because another poor performance. Where do we start? Obviously, the team news came out. Obviously, yesterday was Mads in goal, Justin, Faz, Ockley, Victor Christian, McAtee made his first Premier League start of the season. Bakary Samari, Harry Winks, El Canoes, Wilfred Ndidi, and Jamie Vardy with the starting lineup. You know, to then see the substitutions and Yannick Vestergaard wasn't even in there, and even after the game, Cooper didn't really say reason why that Yannick wasn't even on the bench yesterday, let alone starting, considering he'd started the last two. I only presume it was tactical reasons, and they were concerned about Jackson's pace against him. And we all know at Stamford Bridge in the FA Cup, he had problems with the pace of Chelsea. But when are we going to start seeing a settled team that's going to be able to play? This Cooper's biggest problem. He can't seem to do a settled team already. And, if you can't get a settled team, you ain't going to be winning football matches. Obviously, the game kicked off, and straight away you can see Leicester were going to play a deep line defence. They were going to sit deep and say, right, you come on to us. You're going to have to break this team down. You're going to have to try and get through our ranks. But it was just so hard to watch again. I understand what he's sort of trying to say, but they were still getting through our black line. When you're looking at it as a back five, and McAtee was dropping in, and Justin was pulling across into a solid back three with Victor on the other side. It was, well, hang on a minute, who's playing where? And just really, really hard to see how we were going to get anything in the game from get-go. Because as soon as Chelsea got on the back line, we didn't pressure. There was no pressure to go at them. There was no, we're going to have a go at you. We're going to take the game and try and get in your faces. It was, we're just going to drop, and we're going to drop some more. We're going to drop some more. We're not going to leave any space of pockets. Didn't make any difference because Chelsea was still playing through our lines for fun. Had a few half chances. Cucurella was putting some great balls into box, and fair play to him, even though he was an absolute dick for rolling around the floor half the time. He was still putting really dangerous balls into the box. Garcia, though, with a long range shot, fizz past the post. And obviously, big, problem to Leicester with Harry Winks having to go off after 8 minutes. And you knew it was bad because as soon as you looked at the bench, you saw Skips getting ready to come on. You knew there was a problem there. And then the game just carried on in the same flow that, we did not seem to cope with Chelsea at all, even with a back five and a four and a one, just not running out or not trying to push them or pressurise them on the ball. We let them have the ball. They were still playing through our lines for fun, even with a low block. And then we have one little scare. João Felix pings one over the crossbar from another area. And you're thinking, right, it's reset now, calm down. No. From our goal kick, it goes long again. Like we kept going long for some reason and losing the ball every single time because there was no one up there to hold the ball up. Bless Jamie Vardy trying his best to be a pain to the Chelsea defence. But he was never going to cause them problems with a long ball in the air every time. A long ball up front, they clear it back long with a hoof. No mucking around. Well, you want to do that, we're going to do it back. While Faz then completely mucks up the first clearance and gets under the ball. He's then under pressure from Jackson. He then second clears, mix it again, and the third one hits Jackson but bounces across to Enzo Fernandez. Now at that point you're thinking, okay, there's no danger. Enzo's got the ball in the, he's got the ball in the box, so let's just keep calm. No, the ball goes back to Jackson. Faz is out of position because he tries some bicycle kick and got it wrong, and then Okoli, as the ball goes back to Jackson, tries to nick it and completely misses it. Jackson flicks it over his foot. And a lovely right-footed shot goes back across the goal and into the side netting. I mean, again, another two defensive mistakes. Okoli was never going to win that second ball. He has to jockey. He has to just keep it with Jackson. Because as soon as Jackson lifted over him, he's got the whole of the goal or Mads' left-hand side of the goal to aim at. Because Ockley can't move his feet then because he's in the air. Faz, on the other hand, I mean, 2 clearances he should have completely got wrong. He'd just get rid of it, ball. As soon as the first one comes to him, no more cram. Did the same against Forest, bouncing ball. Just get rid of it. No, he mucked at the first one. Get rid of it, mucked at the second one. Third one, tries some kind of audacious kick and kicks it straight at Jackson, who rebounds and goes to Enzo, and Enzo back to Jackson. But just, absolute chaos in our box. To go goal down that early, you're just thinking, right, we've got nothing to lose, let's go for it. No, we set up again, sit deep, hopefully try and nick something on the counter attack. Was never going to happen because we could never get out of our box and our passing game was awful. They were still causing us, and luckily the offside flag goes up, but it could have been 2-0 at half time. They were still breaking through our lines, even though we were playing up deep line. Until the 37th minute, where for some reason we decide, let's go at Chelsea. Let's actually put them under some pressure. Let's forget this whole city deep. Let's really all squeeze at the park 20, 30 metres, and let's try and hit the ball off them in their centre backs. Because let's not get it wrong, this isn't a great Chelsea team. This is a team learning, and our older manager's game, how to pass out from the back, where they're going to need to be. And when we press them for the next 5 to 7 minutes before half time, we caused them problems, and we got 2 great chances. The first one falls to McAtee after we nick it on the halfway line and break. El Canoes, by the way, is my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely brilliant yesterday. Nicks the ball, twinkle toes around a couple of defenders, puts it out to McAtee, cuts it onto his left foot and bends one wide of the posts. Again, Leicester press. Once again, Leicester press from the back. This time Fofana gives the ball away. Leicester break down the line. Vardy gets the ball, lays it to Christian. Christian pulls it back, and the one person you didn't want to fall to the edge of the area was Wilfred Ndidi, who slices it completely and utterly wide and didn't get any great connection. It made right miss. Wow, just ballsed it up, because someone like El Canoes or Buonatti probably scores that, and we go in at 1-1 at half time. But no, we go in 1-0 down. And in the first half, there were some bright spots. I thought Bakary Samari had a good game. He was picking up the ball, running with it. That's when he's his most dangerous. Not passing it, picking the ball, turning and running at people. People don't want to go near him because he's a bulldozer. El Canoes, again, picking the ball up in pockets. Great feat yesterday. I thought he was starting to really get up to grips with the Premier League and what he's going to need to do. Really good feet, going past people for fun, looking for the little 1-2s, not scared to get the balls in the pocket spaces either. Few passes over hit, but again, it's good to see him trying this kind of stuff, because it will come. He'll get used to what he's playing on. Second half, you're thinking, right, you've just proved it from the 37th minute to the just before half time. Have a go at Chelsea. Don't let them settle. Don't let them tie on the ball, get in their faces. Let's do that second half. No. Second half, back to this boring dross. We're going to sit deep. We're not going to give any space. We're not going to let Chelsea have the ball and play through the lines. Even though the first half, that's all they did was play through our lines for fun and found the pockets of space and getting behind our 5 at the back, down the wings. No, we did exactly the same again. But this time around, we didn't even look like we were going to have a go. We didn't create anything. We didn't look like we were going to cause them any problems. And again, we made a couple of subs. Again, I feel it's too late in the game. I don't get why we're leaving it so late. Again, 5-10 minutes in second half. We're not doing anything different. So what's the point of keeping players on the park? Bless McAtee, he tried his best, but he looks completely lost in this league. He's got a lot to learn about having to beat men and stuff, because the amount of times in the first half when he had green grass in front of him and he just cut back inside. Now, again, is that him being told to do that by Cooper? I don't know what these instructions are, because there's no style of play, and I can't work out what Cooper's identity is on this team. So he brings on Mamadidi, he brings on other players to try and freshen things up. I just didn't see it happening. And then we could see, well, we were lucky, because Palmer thinks he's scored and McAway gets in the way of it. We were lucky at that point. And then the second goal. And again, if the first one's a shamble, the second one's even worse in my view. You can make a mistake like Wild Faz did by missing it 3 times. For me, as a centre half though, firstly, James Justin is down injured in the Chelsea half, so he's out of position. Someone has to cover his position. And fair play, El Canoes gets back into that role. But then the other winger has to go over and stop him. The ball goes down the left-hand side. He's not had much joy down that left-hand side, Michael Wake did against Victor Christensen in the second half. I thought Victor Christensen dealt with him a lot better second half. He got to grips with him. Ball comes to Fofana at the right-back position. He switches the play to Cucurella. Now, yes, there's an overlap, and El Canusa gone with the man, but one of the midfielders has to go down and close Cucurella. He can't give him the time, a Spanish international player with that amount of quality, to deliver the ball he does into the box. That's the worst thing. No one closed that cross down. That's awful defending for me. That's the poor team. Man down or not, you still have to. Someone has to go over and close that space. The next bit of defending, Oakley turns his back to the ball and because he's trying to wrestle Jackson. He hasn't got a clue where Nicholas Jackson is. Nicholas Jackson completely bullied him off out of the way. He hasn't got a clue where the ball is. When the ball comes in the box, he's facing the goal. Jackson gets in, headed, great save by Mads again, keeps it. But then free the Mox. Enzo Fernandez picks up and heads it in for a free header. 2-0. Game over. And I've tweeted that straight away. Game over. There was no way we were getting back into the game. Leicester then somehow started to pick the pace up with about 10 to go. And some will say it's a pen. Some will say it's not a pen for Mavididi. I think if you get it, you'll be very happy. If he goes against you, you'll be annoyed. Because when's Fofana, as much as we all hate him, he didn't actually move into Mavididi. He stands there and Mavididi runs into him. I cried at the time, I thought it was a pen. But from behind the goal, the angle, you're going to think it is. From looking at the replay, watching match of the day, I'm still very 50-50. It's a pen or not a pen. I can't make my mind upon it. I can see Leicester fans are going to say, yes, it's definitely a pen. I can see what Chelsea fans will say it's not a pen. You're getting back into the game. And then you get a slight, you think, right, we didn't create enough in that spell when we just started to get a foot into the game. But again, it's too little, too late. Again, late substitutions. Daka for Vardy. What was the point? The game was done. It was too late to change the game at that point. You might as well leave Vardy on. But no, another poor substitution, another late substitution by the Steve Cooper. And then you get a slice of luck with what, 94th minute penalty. What's not given at the time. Lino puts his flag up. You're thinking, it's not our day. We're not getting anything. VAR then give it because he's onside, and Jordan Ayew scores another goal. Fair play, Jordan Ayew comes on, scores again. But we didn't then really put them under pressure again. We didn't go for it. There's still with a minute and a bit on the clock, and we just didn't seem to go for it. And we're now 12 games into the season, and again, we were early kickoff. But what you're thinking is, right, something's got to change now because you've not got any luck. We've not had any luck with the results yesterday. Obviously, Wolves winning yesterday. No one would have had Wolves gone to Craven Cottage and get the result. You know, Everton picking a point up. Palace picking a point up at Villa. Again, another good result for them. You know, Palace beat it Villa in the cup. They would have gone there with some hope. And obviously, after the results yesterday, you're looking at the table and you start to think, here we go. Those two wins, what I said, paper over the cracks, are starting to, well, the cracks are showing again because we are now slipping down the table. Obviously, Southampton about to kick off in a minute. They play Liverpool. You rather hope that Liverpool do us a favour. Ipswich obviously play at 4:30 and they play Manchester United there on 8 points. Palace obviously play 12, the same as us, on 8 points. Wolves are on play 12, are on 9 points. Leicester in 16th, play 12, 10 points. If by hook or by crook, you know, Ipswich somehow went and got a win today, they'd go above us. That would put us into 17th place. When are we going to wake up as a club and realise that we've made a mistake with the appointing of Steve Cooper? We took too long to get rid of Cooper last time round, to get rid of Brendan Rodgers last time round. We left it way too late, and it cost us relegation. We are now 12 games in. He's had a whole of pre-season. And if anyone could sit here and wants to come on the show with Phil Monday night, I'll put it out there. Phil will have you on the show. We want different opinions. Don't want just me on there saying what I think. I'd love to know the fans' opinion on there. What Steve Cooper has done in 12 games plus a whole pre-season to show me his identity and his style of play and patterns of play and what he wants those players to do. Come on and tell me. Because I see a manager now who stands on the touchline, who looks clueless to know what to do when things aren't going well. He doesn't seem to know when to make the substitutions at the right point, and he doesn't seem to give any hope to the players on the pitch that we can get back into games. It's all very much we're going to sit behind the ball every game, even Southampton, even against Ipswich. It worries me more that at Ipswich away and Forest at home, a new manager has to go back to the old manager's tactics, playing with an inverted fullback. This ain't Cooper's idea. That was Enzo Maresca's, pattern of plays and philosophy on this team. There comes a point where the club has got to admit we've got it wrong. This man is not Premiership material. He isn't tactically good enough to be in the Premier League. How long do we give him? And I'll put that question out to you. As I always say, put your comments in. I want your views. Again, yesterday it was such a lacklustre performance. No heart, no determination, no guts, no desire. That's the bare minimum Leicester fans will ever ask for. If you go and show hunger, desire, commitment and passion to wear that shirt and show something and do something in a game, even if we lose 9 out of 10 games, you'll still get the backing of the Blue Army behind you. The ground was dead because there was nothing to cheer about yesterday. There was nothing to get behind. And that's happened all this season near enough. There's been pockets. Southampton away, you had the fans on your side in the second half. There's not enough passion, drive, commitment and hunger to get behind anything. And fans will say, well, you should be getting behind them anyway. Some fans will say, you should get behind the team. Doesn't matter if we lose every week, we still should get behind the team. But you've got to show something on the pitch, some willingness from the pitch and the dugout, from the manager, that there's something there. I'm sorry, but there isn't anything there to be cheering about at the moment. I just hope the board don't leave it too late and we get cut adrift. We might be above the relegation zone. Hey, we're on target to stay up. Brilliant. We're 12 games in and we might be 17th, 16th at the moment. I'll tell you now, Steve Cooper in charge until the end of the season, we will not be sitting in that place. We are dropping like a fly quickly. And if we carry on, we ain't going to be anywhere near secure. At Christmas time, we will be in the bottom. Let's put it this way. Lose to Brentford next week and the results, we're in the bottom 3. To the ones who were saying 2 weeks ago, when we were 15th in the league, what are we all moaning for? I can't be saying Steve Cooper out, we're at the bottom 3. What are you going to say now next week when we're in the bottom 3? Or if we're in the bottom 3, are you still going to be saying Steve Cooper in that he's doing a great job and we're on target to stay up? That's the question back to those fans. As always, I've had to say, drop your opinions. I want to know what you think of the game yesterday. I might not be right. You might not be right. Football's a matter of opinions. Leicester Fan TV is about opinions. Drop them in. Let me know what you thought of the game. As always, appreciate everyone's watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's see. I'm going to set a target. See if we'll keep doing this. So let's see if I can get 50 likes for this video today. Because I get like 1,000 people. Let me see if I get 50 likes. I'll be buzzing if we can do that. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'll catch you all soon. Cheers.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms. For exclusive extra shows, behind the scenes, competitions and podcasts, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV today on Patreon.